my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, Yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion, and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on my channel. My name is Solomon Design Shams, and I say thank you for joining me. I hope you are doing very, very well. Great to have each and every one of you here. And yeah, if you're here for the very first time, thank you for joining. Here we talk about things from a Christian perspective. We try to get Christian dimension to issues around the globe, around the church, around false prophets and charlatans. And I'm about to talk about an issue that is very much important, especially for us as Africans, right? So we know that a lot of us Africans love football. And football is actually a very, they said in Africa, there's only one sport, football. And it's very, very true. Though I'm putting on a Manchester United jersey, I don't support Manchester United. I just support football. I don't support any club. I stopped supporting the clubs about 12 years ago because I'm a journalist, and I started as a sports journalist. That's what a lot of people don't know about me. I started as a sports journalist. I've covered 3 World Cups. I've covered 3 Olympic Games, World Athletics Championships, All African Games, Commonwealth Games in Australia, Melbourne, in Delhi, India, in Finland, World Athletics Championship in Osaka, Japan. Yeah, so most of you guys don't know that my background is sports. So I know sports, fairly well. I've interviewed top athletes, footballers, and just a whole lot of stuff. I've been to Old Trafford. I've been to Stamford Bridge. I've been to Arsenal's ground, the Emirates Stadium, and all that. So sports is like my daily bread. I did a lot of it on TV and also on radio, and that's why when I was looking at the spillover from the issue of the Ukraine and Russia that's been happening. And now it involves a Chelsea football club. A lot of us Africans support Chelsea because a lot of African players had played for Chelsea, like Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure, And because of that, we sort of like adopted this English Premier League club, But about 20 years ago, this club was bought by a guy called Roman Abramovich. He is a Russian, though he is originally Jewish, but he is Russian. This is the owner of Chelsea Football Club. He's a businessman, a billionaire, a Russian billionaire. He bought Chelsea when he was in, I think, his late 30s or so. How did he make his money? He made a lot of his money, if not all of his money, from his relationship with Vladimir Putin, that is the Russian president. He is said to be very close to the Russian president, good relationship. So he had business interest. He made his money from government because of his friendship with Abramovich, which is a very unholy relationship if you come to think about it. Because people that use their relationship with presidents and prime ministers of nations to make money for themselves, isn't right. And he was involved in oil and gas, in steel. And I'm not saying business people shouldn't do business. No, that's not what I'm saying. But the fact is, they basically took ownership of a lot of state-owned companies, which is supposed to belong to the people. He sold it. Putin sold it to his cronies, to his friends, gave them stake. And a lot of them are in trouble now because they took some of this money and put it all over Europe. So they're closing them down. Roman Abramovich actually has a 150 million pound home in the UK. Just in the UK. His private jets are worth hundreds of millions. And his yacht, his boat, if you can call it. So this is somebody that's really, really loaded. This is him with, in case you're doubting what I'm saying, this is him with Abramovich and Putin. You can see these pictures are actually from way back. We're not even talking about today. So they have that relationship, that corrupt relationship. And we know politicians and businessmen, they normally have that sort of relationship. He is not the only one. Quite a few of them have that kind of relationship with Putin. And they're all over Europe. They make money and they splash it all over Europe. And he invested so much in Chelsea Football Club. They've won so far 21 trophies during his era. The FA Cup, the league title back to back, the European Champions League, the World Club, trophy, anything you can think of, they won it all. They had some of the top players coming in and playing for them. Paid them a whole lot of money. So now when the fight between Ukraine and Russia came in, governments around Europe now decided to ban and sanction some of the people who were close to Abramovich. Because for them, you didn't advise him to do what is right. You never told him what is right. You were just busy making money. And to be honest with you, the money that was used to build Chelsea, a lot of it is ill-gotten wealth, like I said. Use money from corrupt relationship. I'm a journalist, so I'm telling you this. So Abramovich has been sanctioned in the UK. The government of the UK have taken over the football club. He was trying to sell the football club for $3 billion. But now the government has taken over it and they've sanctioned him. He's not allowed to do business in the UK. All the properties and everything that he owns in the UK is now in the hands of the government. So Chelsea Football Club, talking to you today, doesn't have an owner. The owner has been sanctioned. They took away the club from him and they can only sell the club to make sure that he is not the beneficiary. He lives in Tel Aviv, that's the capital of Israel. And this is what the government said the Chelsea Football Club could do and not do. Right? So they said Chelsea will continue to play all their matches home and away. They continue to pay the salaries of the players and the staff. They continue to provide stewards, security, and food and drink for fans, subject to a £500,000 spending cap. They can continue to receive TV broadcasting revenues, prize money, although this will be frozen. Club sale could potentially go ahead as long as Abramovich does not benefit financially. So they're trying to make sure he doesn't benefit from it. And by the way, Chelsea Football Club has a shirt sponsor, the telecom company called 3, the one they have on the top. Today, they actually withdrew. So maybe the next game that you're going to watch, Chelsea Football Club, you're not going to see anything on the shirt. So all the coaches, all the players like Lukaku, Kante, Rudiger, all these guys, it's fire in the mountain. And this is what Chelsea Football Club actually can do. They cannot sell tickets to home or away fans. Only to existing ticket holders will be allowed to attend. So definitely they're not going to make money from tickets anymore. Only people who bought ticket for the whole year. They cannot agree any new transfers or contracts. No player can leave. No player can come. You cannot negotiate any person's contract. You cannot open their shops and sell merchandise at the stadium or online. You cannot buy a Chelsea jersey right now from Chelsea. And they're not allowed to sell it. They cannot spend more than £20,000 on away travel. They cannot carry out any building work on Stamford Bridge. So everything is frozen. That's why I'm telling you, this is the end of Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club is going to exist, but not the way that we had known it for the last 20 years. There's not going to be money coming in and buying top players and paying them £200,000 a week. Those days are gone. Whoever is going to come in is probably going to be a business person. We're not going to see that extravagant money spending. We're probably never going to see Chelsea competing with Liverpool again for the title, or competing the way they did with Manchester City or Manchester United. You see, it all because of this man here. His businesses were corrupt and immoral. And I'm not saying the way that they took his businesses is the right way. You know, I don't even feel is the right way. But I knew and I know his businesses, his relationship with Putin got him money and got him businesses that he shouldn't get. And he's been busy protecting Putin. The British government should know that. They've been getting a lot of these people who are billionaires from the Middle East, from Russia, coming in with money and buying football clubs and changing. But you know that these guys, the way they got the money isn't right. Or they're spending money that should have gone to the ordinary people. They allowed them in the first place. So why did the British government allow him to buy Chelsea and see him spending so much money in there? They knew how he got that money. Until now. Now they want to be moral gatekeepers. No, they're wrong too. They're wrong too. But you see, this man got his money the wrong way. And this is what the Bible says in Proverbs 20:17. Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be full of gravel. And that's what it is. Whatever we acquire immorally through corrupt relationship, the time will come. It might be sweet at a certain point, but later on it's going to turn into something very, very bitter. There are a lot of businesses that have been built, through corrupt relationship with the government, people embezzling money, politicians. In my country, Nigeria, it's a daily thing. Nobody even talks about it anymore. It's actually fashionable and morally acceptable for you to get a position in government or in politics and then steal money. Is the order of the day. But I tell you that ill-gotten world, you're going to get to a time where it's going to vamoose, it's going to disappear. And Chelsea was built with that money. I'm sorry to say that. We even seen Newcastle United was brought by some Arabs. Almost the same kind of money. Manchester City, PSG. There's a lot of money that is supposed to be a money for a certain country, but then a few people got their hands on it or control over it. Now they felt they can do whatever they want to do because they are powerful. Somebody saying, Solomon, this guy never protect or defend Putin. Yeah, you're not going to see him do that publicly. But you see, if you work based on intelligence, you know that behind the scene, that's who he was. That's who he has been. This is them here. Look at them. They've known each other for long. They don't come out to defend publicly. No, I'm not saying that. That's not the way it works. He said he didn't steal money from government. He got rich when the former Soviet Union collapsed by acquiring oil resources. It's the same thing. He stole money. He was sold government businesses at a very cheap rate. That's stealing. I don't know any other way that you know about it. What you will call it. When you buy something that's worth $300 million, you bought it for $10 million. That's not fair. And it's based on that relationship with Putin. It's as simple as that. He never served in government. So I'm not saying he went and stole money directly. No. Most of the oligarchies from Russia, that's the relationship that they have. They get government institutions, government companies for a very small fraction of the original price. And these government institutions are supposed to belong to the whole people of Russia. Someone here is saying, Uncle Solomon, leave my football team. I'm not going to leave your football team alone. Your football team, Chelsea, is still going to be there. Johannes actually sums it up nicely. Wealth gained in haste shall dwindle away, while riches made little by little makes one rich. It's as simple as that. So guys, whatever we do, make sure when we acquire anything that we acquire it in a godly way. Because one day, if you don't acquire it in a godly way, one day it will dwindle. It will get you into trouble. So all the lovers of Chelsea Football Club, the days of having winning trophies over and over again, it's over. We're not going to know Chelsea the way that it was, sadly. So I encourage you, don't be in a haste to make money. Don't be in a haste to go into deals with your business. Be careful and follow God's ways. Thank you, guys. God bless you.